From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your evening weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
At East Tennessee Children's Hospital, we know that time is precious, but some times are better than others. That's why we have 4 urgent care facilities with pediatric experts ready to get you back to better in no time.
Happy Saturday evening. Thanks for checking in with your evening weather update. Sure hope you had a great day. What a gorgeous day it turned out to be. A little breezy, a little gusty, of course. We're going to do it again on into our Sunday, but we are talking about a storm system to head our way as we get into Sunday night and Monday morning. That was a view from Volunteer Cove Marina earlier today. Gorgeous sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. How many of you, by show of hands, are ready for lake season? I know I am. Of course, they got to get those temperatures up a little bit more so, and the water temperatures up a little bit more, but I am definitely getting excited for lake season. Now, as we talk about your weather headlines, it's going to be clear and cool overnight tonight, so if you're heading off to church or outdoor activities early in the morning, you'll need the light jacket, but you can shed those pretty quickly as the temperatures continue to warm. A cold front approaches. That brings us another gusty and high fire danger kind of a day on Sunday. It's going to bring us much needed rain as we get into our Sunday night and Monday morning. We'll talk about the U.S. Drought Monitor coming up in just a few minutes as well, but really the story for the rest of the evening hours is comfortable. Grab a light jacket. You'll need those as we get through the rest of our evening, especially as you get closer to sundown and beyond. Temperatures will fall into the 50s after about, say 7 or 8 o'clock here tonight. All right, looking right ahead, the winds as we head through the overnight hours, they're going to relax, but then they're going to crank right back up as we head through the day tomorrow. So low relative humidity, gusty wind, and high fire danger once again. Here's a big picture of next cold front approaching the area. These are wind gusts, so the wind's going to be relaxed overnight tonight. The wind starts to pick back up as we get through the second part of our day on Sunday. Winds could be gusting to about 20, 25, 30 miles per hour, or even higher winds expected across the mountains of East Tennessee. That takes us through 7 o'clock, by the way, at which point the cold front's going to be coming on through. And that cold front's going to produce everybody gets rain Sunday night into Monday morning. It really is not going to probably last through the morning rush hour on Monday, so that's good news as the kids head back to school that have been on spring break and as you head back to work. Another frontal boundary as we get into our Tuesday, probably moisture starved, but it's going to drop our temperatures as we get into Wednesday. So the big picture, here's kind of how the evolution of the storm. Sunday morning, we're quiet. Clouds increase Sunday. Cold front approaches and moves on through, bringing us some decent amount of rain. Maybe a couple of isolated strong to severe thunderstorms. Not necessarily here locally, more so back to our west and southwest, where we do have a level 1 and a level 2 risk. Here at home, Fentress and Cumberland County, for the most part, could see an isolated strong to severe storm, but everybody else, we just don't have all the ingredients in the atmosphere to produce severe weather. So let's pick up our timeline. 7 o'clock Sunday night. Here's the storm system. We could see some stronger storms at that point of the game. And then I think it's just going to transition to some heavier rain showers as we get into about the 10 to midnight hour, midnight to about, say 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It starts to exit on out. So like I mentioned, I think we're going to be quiet and dry, or at least wet roads, but not raining per se early Monday morning as everyone heads off to work and school. And some good soakers as well. The potential of anywhere from a half an inch to maybe pockets of an inch of rain cannot be ruled out. And if we do get that, that's really going to help the drought. Yes, we've seen improvements on the U.S. drought from the U.S. Drought Monitor from the last week versus this week. We had a severe drought in and around Rockwood, Spring City, Dayton, Sweetwater area. Now we're down to abnormally dry conditions and a moderate drought. But believe it or not, we are still in a drought around town. So you add that rainfall Sunday night into Monday morning, I think we'll see some improvements as we get into, when the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out with their next update. It's every Thursday, by the way. Every Thursday they come out with that update. All right, so here's that 7-day forecast. We can go from 73 on Sunday, well above average by 10 degrees, down to 66 Monday. Another little front, relatively dry front on Tuesday. We're back to 67, and then down to those seasonal averages on Wednesday. And then we're going to warm nicely. 60s on Thursday, 70s on Friday, and maybe even some mid to upper 70s as we head into Saturday and Sunday. There may be another system that's kind of being advertised by the models right now for next weekend, so I'll keep you posted on how that all plays out. All right, sure hope you have a great night. Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 7 o'clock in the morning Sunday, so tune in for a live weather update to get your day started before you head off to church or whatever you may be doing on Sunday. And just enjoy the rest of your weekend knowing that storms are coming Sunday night